Hi, my name is Terry Gibson. I'm author of Disaster Makers, and in this video, Risky Business, I want to talk about how you connect Trump's tariffs and the possibility of a safe and sustainable future with ring donuts. Yes, ring donuts. We'll see how that plays out. As I'm making this video, the whole world's in a kind of financial turmoil. Everything's changing minute by minute. It's a crisis, it may even be a disaster. It's certainly going to be a disaster for some people because there may be a few winners, but there's going to be a lot of losers out of this chaos. But this in itself masks a deeper problem about the world economic system. Even if this current trauma is resolved, we're still faced with a deeper problem which affects what our world's going to be like in the next 10, 20, 30 years. And the problem is that the whole economic system is based on the idea of growth. Everybody talks about growth. The UK Chancellor Rachel Reeves talks about growth, growth, growth.
Growth was the Labour Party's mission in opposition. Growth requires hard choices. We are going to get Britain's economy growing again.
And the problem with that is that it drives the whole economic system as it has been for 200 years. And it depends on the idea that people buy products. And because they buy them, companies make profits. But they then need to sell more products. So they need their customers to be more wealthy. So the customers need to earn more money. So the companies have to pay more wages. So they have to sell yet more product to keep this economic cycle going and to keep everybody solvent. This was kind of diagrammed a century ago now by the American economist Knight, a very simple idea of that consumer cycle, and it's the way that the world has been driven. Now, this kind of works if you think about it, as long as there's plenty of space, because if you're producing more and more and more and consuming more and more and more and generating more and more stuff and ultimately waste, then you've got to have somewhere to absorb all of that, and you've got to have somewhere to extract it all from. And in what you could call an empty world, approximately the world of 2 centuries ago, that's not such a problem. But economist Herman Daly says we live in a world now of full world economics. In fact, people say the world is more than full in economic and consumption terms. Some calculate that we actually need 3 planet Earths to sustain what we're doing on this one blue planet, which is our home. So there's a pretty basic problem there, and you can see it charted out in things like the Keeling curve, which has been plotted faithfully since the 60s and shows an inexorably growing level of carbon dioxide in the atmosphere. And the consequences of that are changes in temperature, extreme weather events, changes in sea level, all kind of things that you can map out are going to have growing impacts on us in the future. By the time you watch this video, the current tariff crisis may have shaken down, but even if it has, the economic system of which it's a part is still driving that further crisis. That's why I call this video Risky Business, because the way we do business in the world is constantly and inexorably increasing risk for us all, with the risk of local, national and even global disasters.